How you doing, Ella?
Hi, I'm doing, oh, the accent. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, no, I was noticing in the waiting room, I'm one of very few, if the only Brit.
Love to
So,
see
yeah.
it. Love to see
Good.
it.
So this, I really enjoyed this film and your performance. I mean, it seems like it required a lot of you, like emotionally and physically. And though I'm sure it was a complete joy to work on, when it came to an end, was it almost a sense of relief? Because I guess it must have been quite exhausting in a good way.
I feel like on paper, I should leave like a maybe 3 second gap of fill to then say yes, but my immediate response is yes.
Yeah.
I it was a really, really intense shoot. It was, we shot it, it was all night shoots. We shot it in LA, January 2019, when it was raining, you wouldn't think, but here we are. And it was a lot of heavy things that happened to this character. And, I spent 2 weeks after we wrapped trying to just shake the trauma from my body.
Yeah. So you mentioned it rained because this was shot on location in a film set across one night. So did that then have to be matched throughout?
Oh yeah. So it was like we turned up on the first day and it rained. And I was like, well, I guess it's raining for the rest of the movie now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was
Yeah, I did something to rain.
It
Yeah.
did, if anything, because the film is so beautiful in the way it's shot. I think a lot of the shots that our DOP Bartos did such an amazing job lighting all of our shots, and it kind of added like a really lovely, eerie, spooky reflection situation, which really adds to the enigma of the movie.
And whenever you sort of delve into quite relevant, real themes like this does, but dress them up in a kind of genre movie, there's always a level of kind of sensitivity to not devalue or glorify the themes at hand. How did you go about feeling confident that would be the case? Did it come through in the script or through conversations with Shana?
Definitely conversations with Shana. She can speak on this better than I can, but she definitely wrote this from a place of experience. And I also think there's a lot of truth in every single moment that happens. So really trying to stick true to the authenticity from each moment, especially in something that is, of this genre, when it's like you say, you can glorify a lot of what's happening. We really had those conversations and we really spoke about and got really real about, life experiences and things that we cared about to be able to bring, just be able to bring that truth.
Yeah, because I know it sort of heightens the cinematic effect and to kind of enforce the tension and the horror elements. But this idea that there's nobody there to help your character, the system seems designed to avoid helping. Is that quite a relatable sentiment then, you think, in the real world?
I think there are definitely scenarios in which it can feel like there is absolutely no form of support. I think it's important to realize in this film, there are certain people that she does turn to, her ex-best friend included. And they do put up a fight for her, and I'm not going to spoil anything what happens there, but it's what we wanted to do with this was really highlight things in a way that also was backed by it being a really awesome horror movie. So whether it's a direct reflection on life, I think there are certain things that happen in this film which are very not true, but which obviously I don't want to spoil, but also things that are very true. So you can take from the film what you will.
I just wanted to ask about working with Pilou, because I've interviewed him quite a few times, and he's in real life, very funny, charming man. But obviously in this, he's playing a true bastard. It's obviously quite an intense, dangerous situation your character finds herself in with Ethan. When playing roles like that, are you able to just like laugh and joke around on set with your co-star? Or given the nature of the on-screen relationship, can that sometimes be quite hard in a way?
He's an eternal gentleman. So he always asked permission. He was always polite. He always, he was so generous as a performer. That generosity did outstretch though into when we were in the scenes, I had no idea what was happening next. So he does have the superpower of spontaneity, which is, for me as an actor, is always so exciting, and it's a pleasure to have experienced that. However, I think Shana did greenlight him on that a little bit, which again sort of added to the authenticity of each moment, because some of those reactions were how Ella Balinska would react and not Cherie.
Yeah. And just very quickly before I go, am I right in thinking you're producing for the first time for The Occupant? Is that right? And is that something you've always been quite keen to explore?
Yes, I am. I'm definitely taking a bit more of having more of an input in the creation of this film. This is very much Hugo Kaija, who's the director / writer's sort of masterpiece, his baby. But I especially after the filming experiences that I've had, have discovered that I have quite an informed creative decision-making brain, and I wanted to exercise that and put that into practice.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. Thank you so much for your time today, Ella. Best of luck with the release of the movie.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey, you